Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today, I'm going to show you how to make these peppers, which were inspired by Chipotle. You heard me right, guys. Those peppers that we get from Chipotle, I did a hack for them. So check the description box down below for what you will need for this recipe, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first, of course, you're going to need your peppers. I showed 3 on camera, guys, but I did end up using 4 small peppers. Of course, 2 large onions, and the details will be listed in the description box below. So we're going to go ahead and cut the bottoms off of the onions, and then from there, of course, we're going to peel the skin and wash your onions. Guys, wash all of your vegetables, wash them. So as you can see, I've already washed my onion, and now I am chopping it up like you see me doing right here. And again, this is pretty self-explanatory, but this is how I cut my onions for this particular recipe. And then I'm going to set them in my bowl to the side. I did keep my peppers and onions separated because that's my preference. But I did cut the other onion off camera. And now this is how I get to my peppers. I go ahead and press in that green part there. I push it in, and then I open it up and I can pull that core out. And then from there, I'll go ahead and rinse off my vegetables. Let me show you one last time with this 3rd pepper. I press that in, and then from there, I'm able to get inside of the peppers. And now you have to cut the peppers, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and slice up the peppers like you see me doing here. And I'll show you a half a piece of each one. So this is one of the orange ones that I did. I did end up cutting up 2 orange peppers off camera. A total of 2 orange. And now this is how I cut up the yellow one. I basically did it the same, guys, but I thought perhaps you may want to see it. I never liked that white part that's in there, so I do remove that from all of my peppers. Every time I use peppers in any recipe, I take out that white part. And then this is how I did the red one. And guys, I know they normally do theirs with green peppers. I didn't have green peppers. These are the peppers I had at home, so I used what I had. So yeah, if you want green, use the green. Whatever you prefer. It's really, whatever you like. So these are the onions and these are the peppers. Now let's go over to the stove. I am using a large cast iron skillet. I have my iron on medium-high heat. And that's what I started with, medium-high heat. I put my hand above it just to make sure that it is hot. No, I didn't put my hand inside. I put it above to see if I felt some steam coming off, because you do want it to be warm or hot. So go ahead and add your oil. Of course, you guys, I use olive oil. That's my preference. You don't have to go to the store and get this. Use whatever oil you have. It's perfectly fine, guys. So now we're going to go ahead and add our onions. I'm adding just a little bit of the onions in here. Yeah, and so you can see my skillet was hot. You can see the oil and the onions are bubbling. From there, I added a little bit of the onions, then I added a little bit of peppers, and then I'm going to go back in, add more onions, and then more peppers, and so forth. Guys, you don't have to do it that way if you don't want to. That's just my preference. I like it a little bit of even. I like it even. That's why I do that. It's not a big deal. If you want to do all of the onions on the bottom, that's perfectly fine as well, guys. It's perfectly fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my salt. Because I want to go ahead and sweat out the onions and the peppers. These do yield a lot of moisture. So I'm going to go ahead and add my salt. Just so you guys know, I started with like a teaspoon. I didn't measure it, but I'm sure that was like a teaspoon. So you don't want to oversalt this, guys. So you start with a teaspoon of the salt, and then maybe a tablespoon. Maybe about a tablespoon of the oregano. You can always taste this as you go, because not everybody likes a lot of oregano or salt. But yeah, taste it as you go. I'm going to say start with a teaspoon of the salt and a tablespoon of the oregano, and then taste it to see if it has enough of the flavor. If it does, stick with it. If not, add a little bit more. It's based on you and your family's preference, guys. This is not written in stone. So from here, I am just sweating these vegetables, and yes, I am. One fell on my stove. I put it back in. My husband not eating this, guys. This isn't for anybody else but us. So anyway, I'm showing you the moisture that is being released. I did go ahead and turn my stove rather, up to a high temperature, because I wanted to make sure that that moisture that was in there evaporated, because you don't want to boil this. You want to basically sear it. Yes, you want to go ahead and sear the peppers. So this is me showing you how it is looking. Once I turn my temperature up to high, I'm basically evaporating all of the milk. Guys, wait. We're not evaporating milk. We're evaporating the water. There's no milk in this recipe. Anyway, this is how it looks once I finish cooking the peppers, guys. And they are so delicious. You can put this over rice. You can put this with pretty much anything that you like. But this is a Chipotle hack, guys, because I actually do prefer to cook at home a lot. So anyway, you can see we are at the end of the video. Please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell down below, guys, to be notified. And until the next one, bye, guys.